probably heard the World Cup made $7 billion. That number is old. The real one is bigger and worse. $8.9 billion. Let's find out where none of it actually goes. Hint, not into this stadium. Welcome back. Today we are following the money. All $8.9 billion of it. Spoiler, very little of it ends up where you'd guess. For example, here. 4 stops, where it comes from, who pays for it, who gets paid, and who actually keeps it. Try to act surprised when it's not you. Oops. Numbers are messy. So is this entire stadium. 211 countries play. Guess how many of them are the big winner? It's one. It's always one. Let's start where the money actually comes from. Spoiler, also not from me. Stop 1. Where does $8.9 billion even come from? Biggest slice? TV and streaming rights. Over $4 billion just for the right to point a camera at grass. Nobody in this stadium is getting $4 billion for showing anything. I once got a sticker for showing up. Slice 2. Sponsors. Nearly $4 billion more from brands plastering logos on anything that holds still. Every banner, every jersey patch, every blimp. The players are basically spokesmodders who occasionally win something. Slice 3. Tickets and hospitality. This one tripled. I had to say that word twice to believe it. Somewhere, a single seat costs more than this entire stadium is worth. Ticket prices change with demand now, like flight prices, like a stock, like something I should not be allowed near. $60. Then $7,875. Same seat, just later. There's a stamp for that now, an actual stamp. Someone's whole job is that stamp. I could not afford to watch myself narrate this. 3 revenue streams, $8.9 billion. None of it has found this stadium. None of it is looking very hard. Let's shrink this down. My own tiny World Cup. I'm at the Same principles, much worse execution. Revenue stream 1, broadcasting. Revenue stream 2, a sponsor. The sponsor is a mushroom. It did not consent to this. Revenue stream 3, tickets. 1 ticket, 1 pebble, 1 customer. One very questionable business model. You are, unfortunately, the customer. Bear, welcome to Cracky World Cuppy. That'll be 1 pebble. Right, you don't have pockets. I forgot, again. This is somehow structurally identical to how a host city works. We'll get to that. Stop 2. Who actually pays for all this? Hint, not FIFA. Possibly not even this stadium. For the first time ever, FIFA is running this tournament itself. Not a local committee, FIFA. The same group that brought you this stadium's upkeep budget, which means FIFA keeps the revenue, the host cities keep the bill. Security, transit, stadium upgrades, all paid for locally. This stadium, for the record, did not get the upgrade memo. One host city alone raised millions just for public safety costs. Not FIFA's money, local money. FIFA's money was busy being $8.9 billion somewhere else. The federal government chipped in hundreds of millions in security funding too. For FIFA's event, a non-profit with a salary line we will absolutely be getting to. FIFA is hosting a party in your house and asking you to pay for the locks. Pick one city. Let's do the math together. I am somehow the responsible one in this scenario. Best case extra tax revenue from the tournament, about $55 million. Sounds nice? Hold that thought. Cost of policing and emergency services for the same event, about $70 million. That is a loss. In the good version of the math, the bad version, nobody published. FIFA's slice of this stayed exactly $8.9 billion the whole time. Math is fun like that, for one of us. Cities call this an investment. Sometimes that's true. This time, the math is close. Close is doing a lot of work in that sentence. Several cities are running similar numbers. Quietly. FIFA, by the way, is technically a non-profit. Technically. A non-profit that just doesn't pay for the party it's throwing. Bear, congratulations. You are now hosting my World Cup. I'll keep all the snack money. You keep the cleanup. Congratulations on hosting. The crumbs are yours now. actual prize money, $871 million. That sounds enormous. It is, compared to me. It is not, compared to 8.9 billion. 10%. The prize pool is the tip, not the bill. Win the whole thing, your federation gets $50 million. Your federation, not you. Hold that thought too. Second place gets 33 million. Third gets 29. I get none of these numbers, for context. Lose every single game in the group stage, you still walk away with around 12.5 million. Losing has genuinely never paid this well in human history. Losing at the World Cup pays better than most jobs on Earth, mine included. Here's the part people skip. This money goes to the federation, not the part you were rooting for, not the players, the federation. The players get whatever the federation decides to give them. It is somehow an honor system for billions of dollars. Usually 20 to 30% makes it to the actual players. The rest stays with the federation. Following up is apparently considered rude. Different country, different deal. Nobody agreed on this part out loud. $50 million sounds like a player's number. It was never really a player's number. Put them side by side. The prize pool is the small one, 871 million next to 8.9 billion. One of these got way more headlines than it earned. That gap, that whole gap, that's the next stop. Spoiler, the gap does not go to a single host city, either. Stop 4. Where does the actual bulk of it go? One football finance expert estimates FIFA's running costs eat up maybe 10% of revenue. Running costs, for the record, do not include the stadium, obviously, which leaves FIFA looking at somewhere around $10 billion in profit from one tournament, one singular tournament. That profit gets spread to FIFA's 211 member countries. Remember that number? Still just one big winner. Officially, it's development funding for grassroots football. How closely that's tracked varies a lot by country. Varies is generous scraping on my part. FIFA's president, for context, takes home around $6 million a year. Called it. Earlier, I called it. A non-profit, running a $6 million salary line, on purpose. Let's put the whole map next to each other. One of these cards is bigger than the other 3 put together. There's your answer. Mostly, it goes back to FIFA, shocking absolutely nobody who made it this far. This card is sometimes negative. We checked. Twice. And somewhere in this story, there is a literal corruption scandal we have not even gotten to yet. Bear. Funny story. I also kept most of it. This is for development. My development, specifically. Nobody has audited this jar. Nobody is going to. Anyway, that's where it actually goes. $8.9 billion in. Host cities sometimes net negative. Prize money is 10% of the total. FIFA keeps the rest. Say it with me. Technically a non-profit. Follow the money, and it mostly just stays with the people already holding it, which is a very normal thing for a non-profit to do, technically. Oops, that was an accident. A financially transparent accident. None of this changes anything. I just made the math sound louder. Subscribe instead. It's free, and FIFA can't take a cut of it. See you next time. I'll have audited approximately none of this by then.